promise, I'm going to read another 100 pages of Fathom. So let's go ahead and get started. In the Pacific, Castle, we've got 2 local radar contacts bearing 170. Intercept in 1 minute 30. Roger, Rebel, you are authorized only to escort the Seawolf. No aggressive maneuvers. Roger that, Castle. No aggressive maneuvers. Seawolf, this is Castle. We're translating a warning from the Japanese pilot. He says that you're in restricted Japanese waters and are to reverse course immediately. Japanese waters, we're off Midway, for God's sake. What is he talking about? We don't know, Seawolf, but we're requesting some breathing room for you while we sort it out. Your 4 Harriers are about 45 seconds away. Don't make a move till they get there. Roger, Castle. Pull up, pull up, pull up! Mother of God, where did that come from? Castle, we have visual. The Seawolf has been torpedoed and it's going down. We have 2 Japanese Tachi-class fighters. Advise. Splash 2, Rebel. Repeat, Splash 2. Roger that, Castle. Fox 3. Attention, SDS South 2. The Americans are firing at us. Castle, I confirm 2 splash. No ejections. The Seawolf needs rescue vehicles. Earl Harbor, Naval Base. Ring, ring. Maylander, go ahead. I see. Thank you. God damn it. Back in San Diego. Chance, listen to reason. Is this girl, this mystery woman, is she worth throwing away your career? Career? You're the one who cares so much about his damn You're the one who cares so damn much about his career. What's that supposed to mean? Why shouldn't I care about... Chris, you're an ass-kissing toad. Yes, sir. No, sir. Right away, sir. What is that? It's bullshit. That's what it is. Hey, fuck you, Chance. You got this great gift. You get to fly, and you're ready to piss it away over some... Back to that again. You're still jealous that I fly, and you don't. Get over it, Chris. Being grounded is no excuse for being a... Yes, man. Hi. You must be the roommate? Hello, roommate. Yeah, I'm the roommate. What kind of kinky shit is this? And where's Aspen? Easter Island. So many centuries they have endured, weathered the worst the Pacific storms could throw at them. It is fitting that we chose this island, for the statues symbolize our endurance and patience. Now the time for patience is concluded, and the burden of endurance lifted. I have assembled a good coalition, men and women unafraid to take what should be ours, unafraid to shed blood for what is right, unafraid to die for what I dream. With these men and women at my side, I will see my dreams accomplished. We will not fail. Our time has come. The eye exam was a defining moment. I failed it, and that was it for my dream of being a pilot. 20 years of dreams dissolved in a line of blurry capital letters. With flying out, I went after a career in covert intelligence. I was good at it. In Washington, my work with naval intelligence earned me a Distinguished Service Medal. Congratulations, Lieutenant. And it got the attention of Admiral James Maylander, the guy in naval intelligence. Welcome aboard, Commander. I've done well with Maylander because I'm a political being and I know how to succeed in the military system. Do as you're told, do it well, and inject as little of your personality into your work as possible. Still, I'd rather have been a pilot. Like my younger brother, Chance. I once had a look at Chance's service record. As a pilot, he was given exemplary marks, but as an officer, he was towing the line with incidents of insubordination. I tried to talk to him about it. You're looking at my files? What gives you the right? You'd better cool it with the insubordination, Chance. It's reflecting badly on me, and I can't have that. Maylander says... Why do you care what Maylander says? You don't need his medals to be a man. Son of a bitch! Things haven't improved much since then. Chance, you're UA, and the Admiral wants you back in Hawaii. Are you coming or not? Not. And I've heard enough. I'm out of here. Chance is many things that I am not. He's a little wild. He's his own man. And of course, he's a good pilot. Sometimes I wish I was all 3, but I'm not. Get me Admiral Maylander, please. Coronado. The Commissioner's office was unwilling to release the documents to us, leading this reporter to speculate. No, let's see. The Commissioner's unwillingness to release the documents indicates that policy and practice are not one and the same. For Channel 3 News, this is Tyler Kincaid. Yeah? Oh, there's a knock-knock? Yeah? Oh. Hi. Is Aspen around? No, she's out. I can tell you stopped by. Okay, but is she, out for the night or gone for a long time? Because when I saw her earlier, it looked like she was being kidnapped. This is gonna sound like I'm making it up. It's really weird, okay? But I swear, just spit it out, Cameron. Alright. I was surfing blacks this afternoon, and there were these guys on jet ski looking things. One of them had Aspen all passed out across his lap. They were taking her like out into the ocean when this other dude popped out of the water and kicked jet ski man's ass. Then he took off with her. He dove under the water with her, and the jet ski dudes followed, and that was it. Everyone was gone. Back on the beach, like on the sand. I mean, there were these G-men piling in the Suburbans and taking off. And that's it, pretty much. I know it sounds like BS. Not. I believe you, okay? Sit tight while I get the door. Hello again. Uh-huh. You've got good timing. Uh-oh. 99% of days, nothing much happens. You work, you shop, you go to school, whatever. Years later, they'll all blur together like watercolors. It's the other 1%, the highs and the lows, that define who we are. How do you cope when you catch your boyfriend cheating? Do you sit in a darkened room and pile on the chocolate? Or do you find something to keep yourself busy until the pain goes away? What do you say to reporters after winning a gold medal? Are you full of yourself, or do you congratulate your competition? These are the kinds of things that shape us. Like anyone, I've had quite a few defining moments, but lately they just seem to keep coming one after the other. Like my life is accelerating towards some indefinite zenith. I was selected to join the science team at the Deep Marine Discovery, quite an honor for a young biologist like me, only to get there in time for the DMD to be blown up by a torpedo, but not before meeting a being who looked at me, into me, like he'd known me from birth. Then I drowned, I think, or maybe not. Either way, I woke up to learn that most of the people on the DMD were killed. Then the pilot who fired the torpedo showed up at my house. Still not sure if that was a high or a low. And now here I am. I don't even know how I got here. And the truth is, I don't know how much I care. High, low, high, low. They just keep coming. And this is the first chance I've had to give any of them any thought. All I know is that swimming as fast as these dolphins is definitely a high. Hey! Oh, I knew this was coming. High point? Low point? Which one will it be? Aspen, you are not human. You are one of us, a being of the water. Yes, you know it's true. I can see in your face that you know it. And being one of us, there are things that you must know. Or rather, there are things you must know. Well, I mean, it's the same. He said the same thing. For quite some time, it has been the policy of our people to steer clear of the humans, because we had nothing to gain through interaction. Humans are easily frightened by things they don't know, and our presence would likely instigate panic. This is an important difference, Aspen, between our people and humans. For us, it is natural to acknowledge that we share the planet with other highly intelligent species, and humans aren't yet capable of that. In short, Aspen, this is the truth. You're one of us, and we need your help. Most importantly, Aspen, many human activities now threaten our way of life. They wage war and test weapons. They pollute. They treat the water, our home, and our lifeblood as their wastebasket. And while they do it ignorantly, much as a dog chews a shoe, they can't be allowed to continue, or our people will suffer increasingly. Because of this, we of the water can no longer remain idle in the face of the human threat. We intend to reveal ourselves, and in doing so, we will ascend to an active dominant role as the planet's primary species. We want to accomplish this with the minimum necessary bloodshed, and to do that, we need you. You see, Aspen, you are capable of things that most of us are not. You have a degree of raw talent that most of our people can only dream of, and you are doing yourself a disservice if you don't exploit it. Under my guidance, you will learn how to control your natural gifts, how to shape water to your will, direct it as though it were yourself. Once you apply yourself to our common cause, you will enable us to achieve our aims without a single unnecessary death. And we cannot allow any more precious time to elapse, for there are those among us, our own people, who so desperately wish to remain passive that they will move to block us from our goals. It is against them, most of all, that we need you. In short, Aspen, this is the truth. You're one of us, and we need your help. I'd say it was impossible, except that it explains almost everything that I couldn't explain before. Elsewhere in the Pacific, you're getting nothing out of me, save the posturing. Regardless of whatever Killian may have told you, I am not a cold-blooded killer. However, right now I can't afford to be patient, so tell me what I want to know and you'll live. Or be a pain in the ass and I'll feed you to the plankton. Where's Aspen? Killian's gutter by now. If I know him, he's already gutter believing the ocean's made of liquid sunshine. Talk about highs and lows. All my life I've had flashes, images of what life could be, possible daydreams, and suddenly they're reality and I'm living a fantasy. My life before today was like Dorothy's before she woke up out in Oz. My conception of what's possible, of what's real, has expanded 1,000-fold. My whole life, the ocean really has been talking to me, and only now am I finally learning to listen. I can't wait to find out what else Killian has to teach me. Killian's training her to be a killer. I'm sure he's starting her with basic skills and getting her used to working the water. But his goal ain't to teach her to make ice sculptures. Killian wants a living weapon, and he knows if he handles her right, he's gonna have one. She's got the talent. We all know that. I mean, we all know who she is. But until her skills are up to snuff, she's gotta know weapons. So I'm sure Killian's getting some of that in there. I asked you where she was, not what she was doing. She's at Easter Island, along with a couple hundred of Killian's finest. I'd have to be a fool to try to penetrate Killian's stronghold without an army behind me. If I fail, no one can step up to take my place. I'm just gonna have to trust that I can undo whatever damage Killian does to Aspen, and move on a different front. I'm gonna need help. Specialized help. Your aggressive actions against the USS Seawolf were intolerable, and our response was completely justified. Forgive me, Mr. Ambrose. Perhaps I was unclear. Recordings confirm that our pilots were given no orders to fire on the Seawolf, and therefore we will not concede that they did indeed fire. Then how do you explain the Seawolf sinking? How do you explain the loss of nearly 200 sailors? Japan is sorry for your loss, Mr. Ambrose, but explanations are not our responsibility. In the absence of hard evidence, we will not accept blame for something we did not do. Hard evidence? The Seawolf is sunk in open water. The only craft within 100 miles were 2 Japanese warplanes. Mr. Ambrose, those 2 planes, along with their flight data recorders and their crew, now rest at the bottom of the Pacific, courtesy of your aggressive actions. Additionally, America's actions in the destruction of deep marine discovery, which cost hundreds of Japanese lives, have never been satisfactorily resolved. And transcriptions of radio transmissions during an attack on a Japanese mining station in the Pacific indicate American involvement in that attack. It is you who should be making explanations to us. But regardless, until we've recovered those records, we will not admit to any aggressive maneuvers against the Seawolf or any other vessel belonging to the United States. Well, until such time as you can prove that Japan did not sink the Seawolf, the United States will assume that you did. It is the only assumption that fits the established facts. Am I to infer then, Mr. Ambrose, that our nations will shortly be at war? Okay. Thank you. This conversation is over. Back in San Diego. Oh, alright, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. I know what they're singing. Chance Calloway? That's right, Funk Soul Brother. What's up? Not a whole lot, brother. Why don't you come with us? Hey, right on. We gonna get some more drinks? I just gotta go to the ATM first. Uh-oh, I'm falling. Whoa! Plot. I didn't mean it. I just fell, you know? Drunken idiot. It's alright, never mind. We'll, Whoa! Check it out now. Gosh, you're the Funk Soul Brother. He went up, he came down. Trust me, guy, this is not something you want to get mixed up in. No? Too late. Stay out of my way and I'll leave you alone. Chance, my name's Cannon Hawk. I need your help. I'm afraid it's urgent. We'll have to start. You alright? That was funky, soul brother. Killian, she's not ready. You've hardly taught her the first thing about actual field. She knows a lot more than I knew the first time I went out. You're worrying too much, Kyla. What she lacks in experience, she makes up for in talent. She'll be fine, if you say so. But I still think it'd be prudent to give her some time to develop before you deploy her. If we'd have the time for that, Kyla, I'd give every one of us additional training. As it is, a week from now, then give her that week. Every moment counts. It's okay, Kyla. I'm ready. And there she is. Costa Rica. I'm doing the right thing. I know it's right, and yet, everything is just so new. I've been submerged into a new way of life, training with weapons, learning to work water, adjusting to the politics of a group of soldiers. I'm not used to such a violent agenda. I'm used to studying biology and socializing on Friday nights and brunch on Sundays. I'm used to living with humans. And now it's barely been a month. I'm literally working towards a new world order. I believe what we're doing is right. I'm one of them. I am, and I can't ignore that. Being one of them means doing things I never would have considered before, never even conceived of. It's just so much, so fast. It's overwhelming. If I put my head down and keep pushing, sooner or later the doubts will evaporate. Sooner would be good. This is my first mission. I'm nervous. And Killian expects a lot from me. Positions. I want to impress him. I want him to treat me like an equal. Scratch that. He doesn't treat anyone like an equal. But right now, I'm like some little kid on display, and I'd rather be treated like he treats Kyla, a respected part of the team. I've got to do well tonight. I've got to do what's right. I've got to show them I can handle it. They're all so calm and confident. I feel like I'm going to melt, and I can't let it show. Nervous? I'm ready. That's what we're here to find out. We're going to face another batch of Special Navy, or whatever the Japanese call their Navy SEAL equivalents. They're here to seek and destroy the American fuel reserves stored on shore. They won't be expecting much resistance, not that we'd have any trouble if they were. Frankly, any two of us, Aspen excluded, could complete this mission. Yet for all its simplicity, success tonight is relevant to our ultimate goals. Therefore, the four of us are here to counterbalance any mistakes that Aspen might make. So in the broader sense, our mission here is to test you, Aspen. Can you apply what you've learned in the real world? Can you keep your head in combat? I think so, yeah. We'll see. They're here. Everybody down. I can do this. I know I can do this. Sentry West to control. All clear at 0212. I'm on the sentry. We're all silent till the explosives are in place. Horseshoes and hand grenades. Team quick and dirty. When Intel said undefined, they weren't kidding. I don't know what that is there. Intel was wrong. Take them quickly. No, Kyla. I want her to defend herself. Behind you. Ugh. Yes. Oh, that's it. Yes. Ah. Oh God. No choice. Oh, I killed him. Oh, I feel sick. Get it together. Can't show weakness. Well done, people. Take the bodies. Aspen, are you all right? Yeah, I'm okay. The doubts will go away. Sentry West to control. Mission accomplished, people. All clear at 0215. 2 days later in the Pacific. Our raid on the Costa Rican installation came to nothing. The American attacks on our mining rig, their flagrant act of war against our warplanes, their destruction of STS South 2, have had enough. We as a nation have had enough. You have your authorization. Answer their aggression in kind. Yes, sir. Gentlemen, this is not a training mission. Your objective is the complete destruction of the American warships currently patrolling Sector 23. We've had a gauntlet thrown at our feet, gentlemen, by an American Navy that has enjoyed unrivaled superiority in the Pacific since the Great War. Today we challenge that superiority. Today we fly as hornets against a giant, and it falls on you to sting and sting again until the giant tumbles. Japan holds you in the highest esteem. Do not fail her. Good luck. Easter Island. You're overstepping yourself, Kyla. Since when, Killian? I've always spoken my mind. It's only recently that you've started to object when I do. For the last time, Aspen's development is not your concern. It is my concern, because I'm watching out for her as a person, not just as a tool you seem to view her as. In less than a month, she trained relentlessly. She's gone on several missions, and now you've got her powering up the apparatus. You're working her too hard. You're going to burn her out. Enough, Kyla. You know we don't have time to coddle anyone, let alone someone with the potential that Aspen has. We particularly don't have time for weakness like being burned out. If I had Aspen's raw talent, I could power the apparatus quickly enough myself. As it is, we must each do that which we are best at. She can do what no one else can, therefore she will do it. I'm ready to begin, Aspen. What the hell am I doing? Am I so eager to impress that I'm willing to kill myself trying? Uh-oh. I'm in the engine, in a molecule assembly machine. I had a long talk about the science of it with Killian. Raised on the way I manipulate water, excuse me. Based on the way I manipulate water, he's convinced that I can work this miracle. There's no other word for it. But miracle or no, I'm still smack dead in the middle of nuclear fusion. I shouldn't use the word dead right now. The truth is, I'm not doing this to impress Killian or anyone else. I'm sure of that. I'm sure of that. I'm doing it because it will work. I know it will work. I know it. I know the secrets better than he does. And with everything else happening to me, there's no way I can pass up the chance to do something completely, totally 100% off the normality scale. It's starting. My fingers are tingling. The heat. Gotta vent it. Make room for more. Hydrogen, oxygen, and neutron plasma combining to form heavy water. I can feel each split molecule reconnecting. Or recombining, rather. Okay, same word though. The energy is enormous. I've got to handle it. I've just got to relegate it. I can handle more. Just got to use more of myself. She's got it. And did you see how quickly? That's why she's in the tank and we're out here. This will take less time than I thought. If I dissolve my fingertips, there's more contact, more conductivity. It's becoming automatic, like muscle memory. My whole body working the change. My whole being. Whoa, too fast. I'm losing control. Frying. Stop. Can't stop. Killian, slow it down before she kills herself. Yes. Yes, okay, we're done here. This installation is ready. Shortly. Knock, knock. How you doing? Recovering. I feel hollow, like I left a few of my pieces back in the tank. Are you hungry? Maybe in a while. Listen, I know you're new around here and you want to make a good impression, but don't let Killian goad you into something you're not ready for, okay? If you let him, he'll keep pushing until something breaks. I don't mind being pushed. I'm not fragile, Kyla. I'm not saying you are. Just don't be afraid to do the right thing is all I mean. The right thing. A word, Kyla. An impromptu meeting has been called. I won't be accompanying you to the second installation, so I'm leaving Aspen in your hands. Take her to the second installation and follow Taurus's instructions. And Kyla, you can watch out for her as a person all you wish. Taurus would make sure the job gets done. San Diego. Well, I'll tell you. You don't want to hold your breath waiting on a ransom demand. Her abduction falls under what you might call official business. Official business, huh? Whose official business? The U.S. Navy. Believe it or not, it's disgraceful. But why? When she was coming up from the DMD, she experienced a little decompression sickness. The Navy wanted to talk to her, but she left the hospital before they could. So they kidnapped her. Why didn't they take her? So they kidnapped her. Why didn't they talk to her at the house? I was sent to the house. As for why they grabbed her, I'm not in that loop. I can try to help you find out if you'd like. I'd like. Hold your thought. I'm going to the ladies' room. Sir, it's Calloway. The Matthews girl was successfully delivered. One minor hitch. A 12-year-old boy saw it happen and told his story to a reporter. I'm seeing to it that he won't be believed. As for the reporter, give me another 20 minutes and she'll be an ideal pipeline for disinformation. Bernie, listen, I'm on to something hot. Start digging up background on a woman named Aspen Matthews. Yes, Bernie, my roommate. Now shut up and listen. She was in the hospital in Honolulu. I want details. What exactly was she in for? What treatments did she receive? When did she check herself out? I want all of it. There's more. Find out what really happened during her Olympic fiasco. I told you about that, remember? She got a bunch of medals stripped. There you go. And I want to see her birth certificate and her high school diploma. I want to know everything. She's in the middle of something to do with naval intelligence. It could be huge. How am I getting this? A little something something, Bernie, pure and simple. Tell me something. Why are you so keen to expose the Navy's secrets? I don't know. I guess I don't like to see the government interfere with private citizens. And if it means I get to spend some time with a certain rather attractive reporter... Ah, shucks, Captain Calloway. You're gonna make me blush. She's playing him. In the Pacific. Right here, pilot. Yes, sir. 25 years ago, I discovered an alien craft on the Pacific floor. Our studies of it were recently interrupted. 2 years ago, the space shuttle Atlantis collided with an unknown radar and visible satellite later revealed to be of the same alien manufacturer. The fragments were recovered. The fragments that we recovered were nearly 4,000 years old. Analysis. The satellite possessed both the offensive potential of a Soviet Class 4 MIRV, a weapon capable of leveling a city the size of Chicago, and the surveillance capability of our own Sky Eye satellites. More importantly, visual examination of the skies via classified shuttle launches revealed a network of further satellites. They could see us, and they could destroy us, and we had no idea who they were. I expended vast energy keeping those discoveries secret. Revealing them would incite panic without a solution. And I had no idea if the entities that controlled them still inhabited our planet. If they did, destroying the satellites would be tantamount to starting a war with an invisible enemy. My question was answered 5 years ago. During a pleasure cruise aboard my personal sailboat, I was contacted by an alien being. My shock was less than total. I had, after all, been given a few clues. What did surprise me was what he had to say about the satellites. In short, he was involved in a struggle with his own people, and for reason of his own, he wanted the satellites destroyed. He assumed correctly that I knew of the satellites. He offered me a deal. He would destroy the satellites using his technology, and I would prevent human intervention. I agreed. Ever since I have shared a common priority with this being who would otherwise be my adversary. For my part, I have diverted surveillance satellites away from his installations. I have arranged to bring the Matthews woman to him. I have allowed my country to be led to the brink of a Pacific war to maintain the secrecy of his existence. Those satellites simply must be destroyed. He has, on occasion, lent me his considerable stealth combat ability. Once the satellites are destroyed, we become enemies. We each know this, yet we do not acknowledge it. So we maneuver and deceive and seek the upper hand for the moment the inevitable comes. The sacrifices I have made have strengthened my interests elsewhere. No doubt my adversary feels the same is true for him. It's a chess match, and I play with a master. Near New Zealand. Taurus is a guy who runs this installation. He's a mindless thug, a killer with no conscience. I'm sure he thinks I'm soft-hearted. Basically, he and I pretty much hate each other. I assume that is the second installation? I like what you've done with the place, Taurus. This is Aspen. Yes, the great prodigy. The machine is online. Get her ready. I'm gonna need a little time, Taurus. The schedule can't wait. Be in the machine room in 5 minutes. Shortly. After last time, when things got away from me, I was wondering how this would turn out. Now that I know my threshold, when to put the brakes on, it's a lot easier. Good thing, too. I'm not so sure Taurus would shut the machine down the way Killian did. I can see why Kyla doesn't like him. The fusion is becoming like digestion. My body just does it without me thinking about it. The question is, what is all this energy for? I'm not a moron. It's gotta be some kind of weapon. But in the excitement of doing it the first time, I didn't think about that. Huh. Then I think about it, this is completely irresponsible of me to be doing this so blindly. I wonder if this is how Oppenheimer and the others felt at White Sands watching the first A-bomb go off. I wonder if they saw their work and rather than taking pride in it started wondering, am I doing the right thing? After the last few days, I know I am. Wondering, that is. Kyla, get away from that screen. Taurus, you got these calibrations all wrong. The calibrations are correct. The procedure here is not the same as at Easter Island. You might have done irreversible damage. In the future, Kyla, leave the machines to me. Now get the prodigy ready for departure. Soon. How are you adjusting, Aspen? It's been educational. I'm especially impressed by Taurus' single-minded determination to get things done. Listen, prodigy. I accomplished things. You'd best be satisfied with Kyla's mothering. You won't get any from me. Hard work never hurt anyone. Don't mind Taurus, Aspen. The world needs its brute laborers just as it needs its brains. Excuse me. Control, this is Transport Beta 0. Am I clear? Yes, proceed to Bay 4. My God, it is. This is where it all started. This is the most dangerous time. With but a few details left to render in my grand vision, my focus is clouded by what I have already achieved. From the ancient race, I assembled a powerful and committed army of dissidents. I sowed discontent amongst many that I didn't convert. I secured the aid of an American admiral who gave me protection in exchange for ashen promises. I constructed a tool of unprecedented scope, and with it I will remake my civilization. I instigated a war between the humans' greatest specific powers to divide them when they most need unity. And I took the most powerful member of my kind and molded her to my will. Aspen Matthews was a pacifist, and I made her a killer. All of these obstacles I have already overcome. But this is the most dangerous time, simply because I wish to be finished with this vast enterprise. I want to progress to the next stage where broad strategies give way to spontaneous tactics, where I will spend less time planning and more time doing. I am excited by what lies ahead, and therein lies the danger. The temptation to race through the final details must be ignored, for the minute details at the end are as significant as the broad strokes at the beginning. I will focus. I will succeed. I will see my vision realized. I will. Killian, your prodigy is here. Forgive me for saying so, but I don't get your conviction in her. She's weak and undisciplined. She'll never be a warrior. Be careful, Taurus. Someday soon her ability will surpass your own, and believe me, you won't want her for an enemy. Right, she's getting ready anyway. Yes, on to tactics then. As soon as the third stage is primed, I'm moving forward. Within the hour, I need you to lead 15 units here to the edge of the red zone. You will wait there for me. I won't be far behind. I understand how much human interference I should... excuse me. I did that wrong. There was a period right there. I understand. How much human interference should I expect? None. American and Japanese forces are currently in the red zone. They won't survive, I'm afraid. We're clear. And there are female voices ahead. Sir, I need a second to decalcify my weapon. We're in, Chance. We'll be ready for evac in approximately 10 minutes. I've analyzed your evac plan, Cannon, and I've found a flaw in it. Go ahead. I don't have the first clue how to drive this convertible thing of yours. Like I told you, Chance, it's like flying anything else. Use the stick. Cannon out. Use the stick. Yeah, that's funny. And they used to call me Joker. And then I sucked all the water out of that guy. I killed him. And I can't find my way back to who I was before I did it. I went through the same thing, Aspen. It changes you. And then you have to balance who you were and who you become. Alright. A lot of text here, and we're halfway through. Trust me, what you've learned is going to help you. You'll have strength when you need it. You're so much more than Killian's ever told you. You're going to be okay. Maybe. I don't know. That guy I killed, he didn't even mean anything to me. I didn't hate him. He didn't hurt me. He was just there, and Killian's voice was in my head saying, do it. Almost like it was Killian who killed him, using me as his weapon. You see why that bugs me so much? Am I that lost? It's time to get Aspen to the machine. Station 5, escort Aspen to the catalyst chamber. Station 5, check in. Something's wrong, Taurus. Come with me. It's like I've been running with my eyes closed, and Killian's been holding my hand. He's led me to a place I don't want to be. Somewhere I can't find my way back from, but I really want to get back. Aspen, you're just confused. Stick with it. Stick with me. I just need... Cannon Hawk. What? Hello, Aspen. Kyla, it's been a long time. And Killian, too. Finally, we're all in the same place. So are we... Excuse me. So we are. But I don't expect it to last. Let me take him, Killian. No. Say thank you, Taurus. Killian's doing you a favor. You're lucky. Quiet. Hawk, I don't know what you were thinking coming here. But now you're in my house. You're surrounded. And you're finished. Kyla. Things any clearer now, Killian? I'm going to kill that traitorous slut. Aspen, come with. Let go of me. Listen to him, Aspen. Kill them all. I've had it with all of you parasites. Ah, son of a bitch. Move. Whoa. You. I've been burning for an excuse to do this. Yeah? So have I. Stop struggling. You've been wondering what the right thing is. I'm the right thing. Just trust me. How the hell do you know that? And get off me. Cannon, I've gone mobile. We're going to have to update that evac plan. Tote the suite. Tote the suite. I'm not really sure on that one. I said, get off me. Quiet. This will help you see. Look at it. Save it, Hawk. And get the fuck off me. Cannon, can you hear me? I need ideas and I need them now. I hear you, Chance. I'm in the middle of something. Chance? You're here with Chance? I'll get back to you as soon as I've dealt with... Killian? Cannon Hawk is a dangerous opponent. Yet he could not possibly know the steps I've taken to prepare for Aspen's unavailability. Mr. Jarvis, is everything prepared? Yes. Where is she? She's gone. Get the other one ready. The other one? Chance, I need you to buy me more time. Can you? I'm trying to, goddammit. Cannon, this thing handles like a boat, actually. Are they behind you? Use the tracer mines. The release is on the control panel. I can't make heads or tails of what's on the panel, man. I need sleep. There's a power boost, too. The switch is just below the... Shut up. I've got him. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Well, the good news is I lost him. The bad news is your ship is history, and I'm gonna drown. Goddamn convertibles never handle as well as Goddamn convertibles never handle as well as hard tops. What is Chance doing here? And Kyla, you're with Hawk? Yes, and I always have been. It's a long story. Killian's lied to you about so many things. I've tried to keep you sane. Look, we don't have time. We've got to get you the hell out of here. Please, Aspen. You've put your trust in me, Aspen. Don't stop now. Come with us. Help us. Ah! You never were cut out for this life, you stupid bitch. Taurus! Whoa! Die! 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 No, this isn't me. This isn't me. Aspen, help me with Kyla. Chance is down and we need to find another way out of here. That thing still work? The entity is ready. You want to tell me where it came from? No. Aspen was capable of performing this catalyst... Yes, what? This catalysis on her own. In this case, my assistance and my prompting will be required. Pay attention to me during the process, Jarvis. If I show distress, shut it down immediately. Do you understand? Yes, sir. Very well, then. Let's begin. Somebody better bring me some air soon or I'm going to be mighty dead. We're on our way, Chance. If this ship works, how come the scientists could never get into it? Because it's programmed to respond only to my touch. Here we go. Strap in and hang on. I've got your position. Whoa! My scope just went haywire. Hang on. Hanging. Drowning more like. Okay, I see you again. Let's go, Chance. Oh, time to go already? Hey, surfer girl, you look a little different. I am a little different, flyboy. Hurry up. We've got company. A little closer. How did you hit him? I torpedoed one of those guys once and it dissolved out of the way. The whole answer involves a lot of physics you're not equipped for. Suffice to say that, like you, we have weapons to destroy our own. Watch the controls. Remember the last time you gave me this stick? It's on autopilot. Watch. Don't touch. How's she doing? She's dying, Cannon, and I don't know what to do about it. Hold her. Talk to her. It's all you can do. I've got to get us somewhere safe, and half the ship's systems are still spinning from that energy surge. I don't know how you did it, Aspen, but Killian primed the third stage without you. The final details have been seen to. The final details have been seen to. The smallest task remains. A moment. A moment only stands between now and forever changed existence. The moment stands naked, unnoticed, and unmarked. No text will record it, no observer comment, no historian revise its significance. The events that follow will be observed and discussed and essayed ad nauseum. Yet it is this moment that changes become inevitable. I have engineered this tool of change, yet even I can envision only some of what it will accomplish. Destruction, yes. Cataclysm, possibly. Chaos? Certainly. These wounds are the obvious mere actions without real significance. They will heal, absorbed and undone by the living entity that is this planet. Or that is the planet, rather. However, knowledge, facts, and revelations, unlike actions, cannot be undone. They cannot be unlearned or ignored. They will live forever in the minds of enlightened beings. Okay, there's a little more here. The smallest task. The moment itself is nothing. Its results will last forever. It's done. No one, myself included, can reverse it, nor predict its precise outcome. Likelihood spread before me, vast like the liquid of the Pacific itself. A war amongst the ancients, a human species kneeling aghast, an enlightenment for all time. An ocean world invigorated. San Diego, California. This is an Eyewitness News Special Report. I'm Tyler Kincaid. The mysterious blue light that hovers above the Pacific, first reported by the station an hour ago, has now been linked to a growing military conflict between the United States Navy and what's being called the Japanese Secret Defense. In an exclusive interview, a source within naval intelligence revealed to this reporter that the United States and Japan have clashed repeatedly in recent months, following a breakdown in relations aboard a joint effort naval research station. Speaking on condition of anonymity, the source warned that the blue light is part of an experimental Japanese weapon of unknown capability. Intelligence indicates that the weapon incorporates technology from both the Naval Research Station and from classified data stolen from the United States' own Strategic Defense Initiative, or Star Wars program. The precise nature of this technological cocktail is unknown at this time, however. Japan's willingness to confront the American Navy in the Pacific raises some harrowing questions. Foremost among them, does the weapon give the Japanese instant military superiority? The sudden emergence of a Japanese military is itself a surprise. Since their surrender at the close of World War II, the Japanese are prohibited via treaty from keeping a standing military. Yeah, they can only have a Japanese defense force. But the naval intelligence source said that Japan has maintained a secret defense operation for some time, possibly several decades. According to the source, the Japanese secret defense has never been considered a serious threat to American military. But the sheer size of the blue light, which is visible from most Pacific nations, indicates a potential for destruction on a near global scale. And we must wonder if the balance of power has shifted in favor of Japan. No word is forthcoming from any Japanese spokesperson. Japan's ambassador to the United States has been unavailable for comment, and confirmed reports, indicate that he may have returned to his home country. Meanwhile, the escalating conflict in the Pacific has led the United States to place its worldwide military in a high state of readiness known as DEFCON 3. Among the many possibilities raised is one certainty. Should the long-standing alliance between the United States and Japan truly be broken, the map of the Pacific will be redrawn along new economic, political, and technological lines. In the meantime, the light over the South Pacific continues to burn like a blue sun, waiting for what we don't know. For Eyewitness News, this is Tyler Kincaid. The world is talking about your creation, Killian. So it is, and everything is working as it should be. Then the destruction of the satellites is imminent. I've put together a small demonstration for you, Admiral. Is the transmission coming through clearly? Yes. Good. You might think of the blue sun. I rather fancy the name your media has given it. You might think of it as an energy reservoir. The three beams from the planet's surface are feeding energy into the blue sun, where it is stored until it reaches the proper threshold. Shortly, the energy will coalesce into a beam that fires downwards. Downwards? Yes, downwards. It will then expand, clearing the water from a section of the ocean floor. What's there on the ocean floor? That information has no significance to you, Admiral. Once the floor is dry, the satellites you want destroyed will ignite, feeding still more energy into the core. Then once the second threshold is reached, another more focused beam will fire. Downward again. I don't understand. Is the blue sun draining the satellite's energy? How will they be destroyed? Truly you have the brains of a sponge, Admiral. You absorb what I tell you and accept it without hesitation. Why would I destroy my own satellites? Your own? You'll find I'm a dangerous enemy, Killian. More so now than before. I look forward to the amusement. Killian out. In the Pacific. Cannon, you need to get in here. 1 second. Take it easy, Kyla. Rest. No, I have too much to tell you. Our world is not the way Killian said. It's more cultured, more beautiful. It's a way of life worth fighting for. But Killian, he's getting stronger with the people. He preaches power, and they're lured by his promises. He's gonna destroy all that beauty if you and Cannon can't stop him. Cannon can't do it by himself. He needs your help. You can rally people. Bring them back. All of your ability, which Killian used to destroy, can be used to create if you trust Cannon to teach you how. Kyla, Cannon, you knew Aspen as a little girl. I know the adult. She's everything you said she'd be. Don't ever take her for granted. Aspen, I wish I could still be around to see what you do when you get a chance to do the right thing. She was the only one. Through the whole ordeal, she was the only one who took the time to be real. All the others, they had this big agenda, but not her. Let me show you some of what's real, Aspen, some of the beauty that Kyla spoke of. What do you remember from your childhood? Not much. How are you doing this? It's not important right now. Look at what I'm showing you. You say you don't remember much, then you don't remember where you came from and how you loved you were. Oh, excuse me. Let's try that again, guys. You say you don't remember much, then you don't remember where you came from and how loved you were. Cool. It was a time of relative harmony, and your parents were largely responsible for it. They were leaders by example, who brought out the best in those around them. Despite the prosperity and apparent stability, there were dissidents who didn't agree with their parents' isolationism. The dissidents wanted to reach out, and they were willing to risk everything to do it. I was your guardian then, when it all began to change. You were 11. Your brother was 13. Do you remember your brother? No, I don't think so. Go on. Oh, excuse me. The two of you were swimming outside your parents' place when the attack began. I don't know how long they'd been inside by the time I got there, but it was long enough to do irreparable damage. Your parents were dead. I was coming to get you to stop you from going in and seeing your mother and father when I was shot. You don't remember any of it? You don't remember any of this? Excuse me. No, although there's something, an impression you might call it, a sense of dread, but no actual memory. Well, I was taken down, and I saw then who was behind the attack. It was Killian, who at the time was the unspoken leader of the expansionist dissidents. He'd been imprisoned for acts of minor violence, not much more than vandalism, really. But he'd escaped some months earlier and disappeared. We never prioritized finding him because we thoroughly underestimated the threat he represented. During his disappearance, he recruited a number of malcontents to join his crusade, and he led them into their first military action. The kidnapping of you and your brother, and the assassination of your parents. I was the only adult nearby, and I was down. I couldn't stop him. I'd given you up for gone. When you tapped into your latent power, most kids don't start until puberty, and you were still a couple of years younger than that. But I think the stress of the situation brought it out of you. You really don't remember this? No, nothing. Huh. You and your brother took off in the family car, so to speak. The dissidents chased you in a couple of scorpions. I was able to get to my ship and come after you. It was right after that you and your brother disappeared along with the Paradise. Where were all the times the ship was missing? I'd hope you could tell me. At first we thought Killian had succeeded in kidnapping you, but when the Paradise reappeared with you aboard, well, no one's managed to explain it yet, and your brother's never been found. They're not all killers. That means I don't have to be one. So you're telling me, and you say that Aspen is, and there's a whole race of fish people? Later, Chance. I know what Killian's trying to do. There are a few things it's starting. Wow. Okay. Yep. That's a weapon. It uses the water to enact its destruction. Good God. My secrecy and power have made this. 10,000 lost lives. Wasted courage. For nothing. It stopped expanding, Cannon. That can't be all it's going to do. It's not. There's almost certainly a second stage coming. And unless I'm completely off base, Killian's headed for the center of that cone. We're going to be there waiting for him. 3 hours later. God damn, it's huge. What were you expecting, Chance? It's built on a tripod that spans half the globe. Brace yourself. It won't hurt, but it might feel a little strange on your nervous system. What's it made out of? It's pure energy. And you're flying into it? Are you cracked? 2 words, Chance. Dissolving bogey. Yeah, creepy. Like fingernails on a blackboard all over my insides. Better than like a fly in a windshield, wouldn't you say? Definite. Hey, it's hollow. When the beam expanded, it pushed aside the water. That energy field we passed through was reacting with the water in your body to give you that creepy feeling. Cannon, why is Killian coming here? The place is called Shinarane, which translates loosely into Valley of Stairs. Killian didn't pick it at random. Stay with the ship, Chance. We're going to have a look around. The controls are open, so if you have to, take it airborne. Right. Shinarne holds a special value to our people, both historically and strategically. If you believe our sacred texts, analogous to your people's Bible, it's the place where our people originally descended below the first crust. Do you... Do you? Believe it, I mean. Let's try that again. Do you? Believe it, I mean? You don't want to get into that kind of discussion with me right now. Besides, it's irrelevant. Irrelevant. Get that right. Killian's not making a pilgrimage. Shinarane's strategic value lies in the fact that the first crust is in fact very thin here. Killian built that blue ball up there to blast a hole through it, and we're here to stop him. You and me, and Chance. Okay. Are we going to stop all of them? Yes. How? The first stage of the beam cleared away the water because the second stage, the drill itself, won't work in the water. So we're going to figure out a way to flood Shinarane again before the drill goes to work. Cannon, that's impossible. I primed 2 stages of that weapon. The amount of energy it's making, I can't even put words to it. After that blue sun punches through the first crust, it's going to burn out. The ocean will flood back in, and it'll go pouring down a brand new drain. On the surface, the lowered ocean level will be catastrophic. As for the inner world, your birthplace, you've never seen it, Aspen, if you ever want to. Then we've got to find a way to get out of... Then we've got to find a way to end this here. To be continued. My God. I remember wondering about the defining moments that have shaped me, how they were accelerating towards something I couldn't guess at. Now I know. This is the zenith I was made for. It's almost dreamlike, this feeling of arrival. Oh, crap. Oh, I hate reading these. Is there actually a way to flip it? Rotate image to the right. There we are. But it's very real. You should have joined me back when I gave you the chance, Hawk. Now you're going to die, and for what? The weapon is in a chain reaction state. It's going to melt through the crust, and you can't do anything to stop it. How does it feel to know that the last minutes of your life have been wholly wasted? Man, I've had it with him. Look, Cannon, you said we have to flood the valley. If I can get to the barrier cone, maybe I can find a way to let water through it. It's worth a shot, Chance. Chance can take you there fast. Chance, you read me? I need you to take Aspen to the barrier cone, and as long as you're airborne... Alright, we'll try that again. Rotate image to the left. See if you can do anything about Killian's troops. You got it. This thing is really weird, just like my old prototype, but so much smoother. Cannon, I've got a bead on a pack of them. Keep your heads down. Understood. All right, you bastards, take this. Self-destruct activated. For your safety, eject within 1 minute. You've got to be kidding me. How about this one? No, this one. Damn it, this one. Please. Yeah, who's the man? Cannon, the self-destruct mysteriously activated. And I've got company, so Ixnay on the Aspen K Ikubne. Cowards watch while others kill for them, Hawk, and cowards die. They die. Ugh! Cannon! Takes more than a Karkra blast to kill me, Killian. How about I give it a try? Remember, Kyla, you sadistic son of a bitch? You should have stayed with me, Aspen. You don't get it, Killian. What you're doing makes no sense. Why are you doing it? Because what I believe is right. Ugh! Aspen, chances down. Find another way to the barrier. You should be worrying about your own hide, Hawk, not your little prodigies. Eject within 30 seconds. Can we talk about this? Come on, there has to be an eject here somewhere. Water? Again? If I live through this, I swear I'm never going swimming again. Turn that into a ride, and raging waters would make a fortune. Heads up, Cannon. Your ship is, as they say, totally out of control. Huh. Whoa! Huh. No! It's breaking through. We're too close. Whoa! Aspen! Ugh. Who's that? I've actually done it. I've opened the gateway of the ancients. Where... I can't... Again, this print is kind of small sometimes. Where... What is that word? Where Keel is said to have descended below the first crust. Did he really come this way? The inscriptions might tell me if only I had the time to decipher them. It's a pity you're not awake to share the moment with me. Excuse me, to share the moment with me. Aspen. I'm so close, Aspen, so close to accomplishing everything I've ever dreamed of. Here below the first crust, we're but a stone's throw above the heart of our people. How I would like to take you there with me. Imagine my return to the people with one of the lost ones by my side. Under our two emblems, we would unite them like no rulers before us. But sadly, that is fantasy. Killian, no! You have something to say, Hawk? Yeah, Aspen's death is on your conscience for the rest of your goddamn short life. Conscience? It's your conscience? It's your conscience that has always made you weak, Hawk. I'm too quick for you, Killian, and I'm too ruthless for you. Yeah, like I said, Killian, too quick for you. Ha! So much for your speed. Have a quick trip to the hereafter. What? Put him down, Killian. Cool. You've always wanted to make me into a weapon, Killian. Well, now you have. Aspen? How? Get Chance and take him to the surface. I'll take care of Killian and the beam. I'll kill you, Aspen. Forget it. We'll deal with the aftermath. I said I can stop it. Now go. As for you, you've got a hell of a lot to answer for. With all the energy in the beam, my imagination seems to be the limit of what I can do. And the hell with torturous questions of what's right and wrong. If ever anyone deserved to die for what they've done, it's Killian. No doubt about it. Of all the people I've ever known, I sure picked the trippiest way to die. Yeah, that makes sense for him. You can't do this. Oh, wow. That's real small. You can't do this to me. And she says... That felt good. I wish it hadn't. Do we actually have a zoom? We do. We have a magnifying glass option. I wonder what that does. Oh, okay. So I can use the magnifying glass when I need to. Just hit C again to get rid of it. All right. So let me demonstrate that. I'll be doing this, by the way, in some of these. That felt good. I wish it hadn't. Ah, neat. Okay, so I've been prepared for this moment. I was born in the water, but raised as a human, and have a huge, unique understanding of each race. I was taught by so many, in so many ways. I know the beauty of this planet is worth dying for, and the people on it worth saving. And that sacrifices must be made by those who can make them. Left unchecked, this beam piercing the crust of the earth will cause worldwide catastrophes. And that's no way for humans to learn of their neighbors under the water. If there's any hope for a future understanding between our two peoples, the weapon has to be stopped. I told Cannon I could do it, and I can. So what am I waiting for? Peace with death? Someone to say thank you? Something to take away this awful responsibility? No. And Okay, I'm gonna learn these keys. That way I'm not using this menu all the time. Oh, that was the wrong way, guys. There we are. I'm ready. And I'm released. Okay, and now we're gonna hit it again. No, wrong way. It's left, actually. It's left. Left fixes it. It's supposed to. Doesn't. Rotate image to the left. Should be rotate image to the right. But then it goes upside down for some reason. I don't fucking know why. It's a little weird, right? To the right again? To the right again? Oh, wow. Look at all that. I had to do that like a bunch of times. And then get out this. The barriers collapsed. Aspen killed the beam. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Go? Go where? Just hang on. You don't have to tell me. Don't let go. Don't drop me. Please don't. Go, go, go. Will you shut up? I don't see her. Chance. Aspen stepped into that beam and she stopped it somehow. And if it didn't kill her, then the water crashing back probably did. But can't she turn herself to water? She might have tried, but turbulence like that would pull her apart forever. Oh, I'm starting to get the picture. Yeah, it's bad. She sacrificed herself to save us. Just think about her. Oh, well, we got some more. Feel her energy in the water all around us, and let her go. See, I told you she'd be all right. I was about to give up on you. Well, then let that be a lesson to you. Never give up on me. You know, you two can probably sit out here all day, but us normal humans wouldn't mind a hot shower. Know what I'm saying? A shower after all this, you want to go home and stand in more water? What did it feel like being in the beam? It was, how I describe a moment of limitless existence. A moment where I knew everything and could do anything. Was it magical, or was it sad, knowing I'd never be who I once was? It was like being in the eye of a hurricane, or being a god. It's impossible to describe. Let's talk about this on the swim home. We've got a long way to go. End. After a brief hiatus, Fathom and Aspen Matthews returned to the comic racks for a more fanciful tale of the deep blue sea. Though falling in the wake of the events of the first arc, Michael sought a lighter tone to show that not all adventure in the sea need hinge on fated twists and destinies. Enter Baja, Loon. Oh, okay. So it's a lighter take. Alright, so let me kind of explain what I thought of this comic. To be honest, it's kind of boring. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I was reading a lot of that just to read it. Like, I understand the progression, the art's amazing and all that, but it wasn't really that great. I mean, Killian, obviously, he wanted to use his ancient weapon to use the seas to destroy cities. Where have we seen this a million times? Marvel, obviously. Well, not Marvel, rather. Yeah, I think Marvel with Namor may have done it, but I know that definitely DC with Aquaman, there's the bad guy. Oh, we've got to take revenge against the humans. It was kind of lame. It was kind of a plot that we've seen a million times. And, yeah, it shows her power and being in the beam that gave her the, knowledge of everything. That was cool. But at the same time, I didn't really care that much for it. I like the art, obviously. He knows how to draw some pretty sexy women. And I guess if you're into dudes, he draws some pretty buff, dudes as well. So, yeah, he's pretty good at his art, I think. Yeah, writer Michael Turner, Michael Turner rather, Bill O'Neill, and pencils Michael Turner. Yep. We have inks Jonathan Sibal, Joe Weems, V again, Edwin Rosell I believe. And then we have Jonathan D. Smith, Steve Furchow, letters Dreamer Designs, Robin Spihar, and Dennis Heisler. Oh, additional colors. Peter Steigerwald, Frank Diamata, Ink Assist, Marco Galli. Fathom Trading Card Set, Aspen. Okay. Okay, this is where things take a different turn. Lighthearted story, maybe it'll be pretty good. Um, I mean, I haven't read that much of Aspen before. I just read all of Kara's Magic and I loved it. But I haven't read Fathom. I haven't read a lot of the other. There's Lola, like The Wasteland, that might be interesting. But there's a lot of comics that we can really dig through. Unfortunately, there's no Aspen like bundle sales or anything right now going on, and there haven't been in a while. But if you want to support Aspen, obviously, I think they're still doing some physical books. If you like physical books, I think it was Johnny that was saying that they still do physical books. So if you like those, check those out. Um, and I think they still do the digital. You can buy the digital from the Aspen website. So if you want these books, you can definitely get them there. They have several different ones. They even have packs of books based on certain themes, which is pretty cool. So you get volume packs. They're their key work, or their not key, but their core work is the early stuff that Michael Turner was doing. So if you like a lot of well, if you really want to get into Aspen, you need to experience the Michael Turner stuff. I don't know about their newer stuff. I don't know if it's better or worse or whatever, but obviously Golden Age Aspen is like great stuff. It's good. It's great art. The stories are pretty good. Obviously, that was a more mature but slightly dry kind of story, and maybe this one will be, a little better. I like the character. I like when she's talking to herself, or talking to us rather. I mean, we're hearing her, we're reading her thoughts, and that's really cool. I like when characters do that. But she's cool. I got nothing against Aspen Meadows, and hopefully we'll be seeing more of her soon. I have no idea why we shouldn't on Grimm's Comic Corner, or Comics Corner, with Fathom. We'll see you next time.